Marx said that religion is the opiate of the people. When while you are expounding for us, say something about that. Go ahead, Jeffrey. Is that Jeffrey?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Jeffrey.
Just going on the Little Talut show.
Yes, sir. Fantastic.
All right, that's good. I just wanted to say the last few comments I heard is right on the nail. This whole week, I've been, and I think I talked about this earlier, just trying to express to people and come to terms with the idea that we're being persecuted and we're doing things like marching and praying and asking for justice, when we really don't realize that we're giving up our power in doing those things, because in a situation like this, we should be able to rise for our own justice, but since we are not organized and united, we don't have the community resources in order to bring about our own justice. Because, like you said, we shouldn't be waiting on them to do something about this. You see how he's been? I heard that he has a bond at about $1 million. Somebody's going to come up with $100,000 to get him out of jail.
Yes.
You know, and that just goes to show that what can we do about it? That's what's been hitting home with me all week.
Well, let me ask you this, Jeffrey. Let me ask you this. Should African Americans, and I think Talut mentioned something to this, call a meeting to determine what strategies, tactics, and approaches to take? Omar is leaving us. And thank you for coming, Omar. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see you next Sunday.
All right,
Okay, go ahead, Jeffrey.
All right, can you run that question back again?
Should African Americans call a meeting to determine a serious meeting? And first, debunk some of this belief, debunk some of this religion, debunk some of this, I forgive you, please.
Oh, yeah.
Debunk, that should be the first thing I'm asking. Well, should that be the first thing on the agenda in reference to what you're speaking about today?
Well, you see, you look at this situation right here. I had Brother Lonnie earlier today. Do you think that a black man could have gotten away out, you know, that he had even made it outside the church? You know,
He would be dead. The African American would be dead.
Oh, yeah.
And why didn't someone rush that fool, Jeffrey?
And we didn't even throw a phone book at this guy.
Right, not even a phone book, right? African American. So, what is this talk, Jeffrey?
We have to find a way. If you all are going to continue to hold on to this religion, you have to really seriously look at these kinds of being peaceful and passive, and that's okay. That's okay. I forgive you. This man didn't even ask for an apology before you went for and forgive him. I don't recall him saying I'm sorry when I.
Right. No, he didn't. It was just the opposite. And Jeffrey, what about this taking back our country since President Obama was elected? Let's take back our country. You will hear some of the white politicians saying that, let's take back our country. Did you hear the part where the guy said that African Americans are raping their women and taking their country? And some African American was there trying to talk him out of doing it, and he did it anyway.
Because, you know, I don't know if anybody got a chance to read this so-called manifesto that Dylan Root supposedly wrote. It is say on whether or not it's real, whether he wrote it or not. But he's definitely delusional. First of all, whose country is this anyway? And then, who built the country? Totally delusional. This country is built upon illusions and lies. No way this is his country. How does he lay claim to that? Tell me. He lays claim to that by doing exactly what he did at the church.
Absolutely.
And murdering and causing havoc.
Yes. So we shouldn't be apologizing. We've been gunned down in the street. I want to go to Talut now. And that's what I want to say. Looking at those TV screens, you don't see any white people. They simply don't give a damn. That's what I'm seeing on the TV screen.
But why should they? Do we want them to care? I mean, what is wrong with
No, what I'm saying is
that
this proves.
is not addressing
I'm saying that, yeah, well, let me say, this proves my point. The reason I bring that up is because you hear people talking about, I'm Christian, I'm loving, I forgive you, I turn the other cheek. And something should be done profound about this, because African Americans are walking around in wheelchairs, on crutches, we just talked diabetes, overweight. Our ancestors were brought here in ships, in the hulls of ships, packed like sardines, in a large boat, and we're still being gunned down and killed today. And only we can correct it, but we can't correct it allowing our debate to be diminished, and we must choose an effective route to resolving our problem. This is the reason I make this statement and raise this question. Go ahead, Talut.
Well, you know, the thing about our people's thinking is it's antiquated. It goes all the way back to the fundamental of humanity, so to speak. We actually believe that somebody should care what happens to us. We mostly want the Caucasian or the white man to care. So every time someone is killed by the white man, we just appeal. Oh, white man, please care about us. You know, care about our rights. We make these fundamental appeals to the wrong people, because history dictates that tens of thousands of black Americans have been killed by Caucasians ever since we've been here. They're not going to stop killing. Do we think that these people laid the foundation for themselves so they can stop killing us? And we got a long history of dying by these people's hands, by the KKK and other racist organizations who take liberty to shoot and kill a black man or woman, or rape, or right even today, rape black women when they choose to do so, and walk away because there's no prosecution, no nothing, because the prosecutors and all those people are part of the same clique, and it's just a hunting opportunity in America. Rather than go to Africa and hunt, you can hunt right here.
Okay.
You can hunt and kill.
Okay, I want to go to Shay. Omar
and
is
trophy.
left. Okay,
Hunt,
and
kill,
then
and trophy.
and a trophy. Shay, I think you want to say something.
Yeah.
And while you're in it, I want you to say something about this historic church in Denmark Vesey. This is how hypocritical can this get? How contradictory can this be? Denmark Vesey is related, associated to this church, and we know what he did. Come on, Shay.
Now, going back to what he was saying about how we think and begging people and wanting to care, that's characteristics of a powerless and defeated people. You know, and so why are we powerless? Why are we defeated? There's several reasons for that. You know,
Tell us the several reasons.
One of the reasons is we have no economic system.
Okay.
We have no economic power.
Okay.
We don't eat right. We don't have the best relationships.
And so therefore we can't think.
Exactly, because what controls the body? Think about what controls the body. The mind controls the body.
Right. Brain.
Your
Brain power.
Exactly.
Say something about brain power.
The brain is you can program your body to do whatever. Actually, in the film, getting back to that.
Yes, please talk about the film.
There's a young lady named Keisha Harris in the film that was diagnosed with stage 4 cervical cancer, who refused to accept the diagnosis. And she says it was all in her mind. She kept her mind positive, and she refused to accept the diagnosis. And she no longer has cervical cancer. Her name's Keisha Harris, and she's in the film. So the mind is powerful. The mind is powerful. You know, you have to definitely have your mind focused on the right things. And once your mind is corrected, you know, everything else will, change. Like, for instance, like when I was in a relationship, I didn't eat vegan or vegetarian first. I got out of the relationship first. I surrendered that toxicity and decided to say, hey, I'm going to take personal power in my life, and all the other things started to come into place with my life.
Right. Surrendering is a good word. That means let something go.
Exactly.
Something that's toxic, let it go. Now, Denmark Vesey was one of those guys to the likes of Nat Turner, our guy, what was our other guy's name? What was the other guy's name? Several famous guys, I can't think of his name, but these were real fighters. Nat Turner, Denmark Vesey, there's another famous guy, I can't think of his name, that we read extensively about in African Americans. I hope someone texts me or call and tell us who the third guy is. But a fighter, a revolutionary fighter, fought back, fought for his freedom, and fought for his people. This is a stark contrast to allow this to happen in this church. Some of these guys built churches. I don't agree with their approach, Richard Allen, Absalom Jones, because they were having these debates about where to go and what to do, but it was all striving to further Christianity, to further the slave master's religion. Don't agree with that, but for the most part, they fought back. So these churches have gotten away from the fighting spirit. What I hear you saying, they've lost brain power, they've lost personal power, and they're full of fear, and they've given up the will to fight. This is what I'm seeing, and this is what I'm hearing you say in your presentation. Now, Talut, they say this is historic, right? The guy has these swastikas on different white supremacy tags on this with the sinister look. Where is he getting his teaching from?
Well, this is a reason of thought. See, these guys, in America, among whites, there are young men and men who are willing to sacrifice their lives for a cause. And the cause is white supremacy. Mm-hmm. They're willing to, he's just willing to give his life for that reason. Mm-hmm. Okay? So it's not an ancient thinking, okay, that is just off the cuff. It's an ancient thinking that brings results.
Okay, so
yeah, it's an ancient thinking.
Not an ancient, but are you saying that it's not obsolete?
Right.
It's current.
Well,
I mean, it's going on today.
No, yes.
This white supremacy thinking.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Come
ancient.
on.
It's been around a long time. And it's going to keep going on. And there are going to be young men and others who are willing to step up, give their lives to perpetuate the idea that white people are superior and black people are inferior. Mm-hmm. Okay? And we are buying it. Mm-hmm. We are accepting that. Okay? And the acceptance of white supremacy is the human mind can't find any avenue outside to escape to it. So if you can't escape from white supremacy, you bow to it. You surrender to it. You submit to it.
Whose human mind are you talking about? Are you talking about African Americans' human mind?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because
people,
it's obvious that this guy and white supremacy in their human mind, they've gotten outside, but it's African Americans, I think, we are saying, who are locked in their own minds and have not as of yet found a way out, a constructive way out, a fighting way out. Shay, is this a matter of, what is repetition? Is this a matter of doing our shows and in our spoken word, in our conferences, in our speeches, of pounding away at truth, pounding away at examinations, analysis, and pointing in the right direction of solutions? Is it a matter of reiterating these solutions over and over and over again to African Americans because we are somehow not getting it? Is that a part of the solution?
I think it's only a part. I think
yes.
You can say and plead and say solutions and formulate solutions, but you have to take action.
Yes, action.
You're actively involved in your community, actively involved. It doesn't stop here. Like what we are today talking about this, it doesn't stop here. You know, you have to go out in the community. You have to actually be an active participant in the change you want to see, not just talking, doing poetry shows. You have to actually do something.
Do things. Boots on the ground. Exactly. You have to do something. Exactly. Here's something, Talut. On the TV, they are talking about whether or not it is a hate crime. And we sit up there and we buy into this stuff. We say it's a, I think we have a call. It's a hate crime or it's not a hate crime. Let me ask you and see if you're going to say what I want to hear. Is it more than a hate crime?
Well, you know, you can define things however you want. I mean, you can just define. I can redefine this mic.
Yes.
Call it something else. Call it whatever I want to call it to fit my purpose and my need, right? But it's terrorism. It's not a hate crime. It's active, live, American-style terrorism on black Americans. And in 1876 or something like that, the Supreme Court ruled that the Ku Klux Klansmen were a terrorist organization. and the Ku Klux Klan and that white supremacist movement, among others, are constantly perpetuating the terror on black Americans, and they're doing it because we are minorities, and they can get away with it. That's minority meaning that we don't have the economic power, we don't have the unity or the frame of mind that would pump us up to be equal to any other man in the world. So we're a minority. So in every society, or every government, under every government, the minority takes a big beating all the time. But in America, we've taken a killing. See, it's a little bit different than getting beat down and shot down. Here in America, we're being shot down, and we've been historically shot down, and we won't do anything about it. The man in that church, the men in that church wanted to live. They didn't want to die. They would have sobbed and cried. If that Caucasian had put a gun on one of them, he would have broke down and cried and
please
sobbed.
Don't kill me.
Please
don't kill me.
He'd have died dishonorably.
Shame.
They wanted to live. If they didn't have such a close cling to life, they would have hurled themselves in front of those women.
That's the question.
Six women died. A bunch of Negroes in church, males, let 6 women die without giving their lives up.
And again, why didn't someone rush that food? And I still say, including the women. Shay?
I'm not going to include the women.
Well, okay. Yeah. Look, what did Tupac say? Tupac said that I'd rather live like a man than live like a coward. And if we're all out there fighting like hell, you can't die but once. Right. Fighting like hell, that's what I'm saying. So, Shay, let me ask you this. Talut said part of what I wanted to hear. Not that I'm so right all the time. But buying into this, are we minorities because we've bought into this concept of minorities? And Akil Mensah said right here on this show 2 weeks ago, because we have accepted this limited scope of so-called black people, that it should be more expansive to black people around the world. Is it buying into these concepts, sitting up here listening to this too, and buying into these concepts and saying, yes, I'm a minority, as opposed to expanding your thinking like you've been talking about the brain power. Right. Say something about that.
I definitely think that we should, seek to be empowered and not buy into propaganda or whatnot. And we have to be careful with whatever comes in our mouth. We have to be careful with what goes in our mouth as well as what comes out of our mouth.
We have to be very careful about the words we use and the way in which we. I like that. Do we have a caller on the line?
Yes, sir.
Come on in, caller.
Yes, sir. This is Balewa.
Come on, Balewa.
Yes, sir. Okay. I would like to speak a little bit on that very stuff. Should I? Okay. Here we go.
Well, we have limited time.
Okay.
I tell you what. Balewa, will you take 3 minutes? 3 minutes, okay? Take 3 minutes and expound. Let's move with quickness. We're down to about less than 15 minutes. Let's move with the quickness. Come on.
Yeah, okay. What I'm saying is the theory about when you got your head in a lion's mouth, rub his back until you get it off. Well, you need to stop subjugating it. What I saw with the mothers and parents of these slain family members was out of fear. It brought me back to the East Coast when James showed up with his ship.
Okay.
He was taught to me in the history class at the University of Memphis that all of those natives was bowing and praising them. Right? Okay. The next thing was Karen's fire blasted on them. You see, we have been illustrating our love. Some people have been taking it up. I mean, man, look, out of fear, what do you think mother's gonna do? I've seen my parents in days of fear of their own life. Seems like we get this overflow with love. Love don't mean to be no fool.
That's right.
Listen, I talk about health and wake up our health vibrations. Yes, it is true. We can change our behavior. But other people's behavior, they must know, they must take responsibility. These children, these young people, the Columbine and all of them, they got guns from some high places. They got question, we don't question anyone. But Omar mentioned earlier, that Muslims check everybody when they come into the gate.
Yes.
Our responsibility not to be so much deeply involved that you let people come in that you know all your life, you've been terrorized by people who look like them. It's not hate, it is you women depend. I'm a woman right now. They've lost a little respect for us because we don't hold our manly responsibility. We don't go around packing guns, and I tell you what, somebody else thought sure that some of us are packing a bunch of guns. But it's not we designed for the construction part of our community. I don't mean to say much of this time.
Okay.
What I'm overwhelmed with is that we don't realize, yes, the food you eat, the commercials that's on you, everything I just heard.
Yes.
It's all part of a food that we need to throw up our throat. We need to resurrect. And we don't have to do it with hate. We need to turn in the opposite direction. Big Breaker said a long time ago. If you got a cancer, honey, they can always do this way. Just pivot and turn back the other way. Eat the food that does not cause that condition. Eat the food that gets rid of that condition. I think about T.C. Harold. We talk about the Native American experience.
All right, brother, wrap it up. Wrap it up, Balewa. All right, we're coming down to a close version, closing this version out. Shay, thank you. And that's what we say right here. We have another caller? Okay. This is the Love Power Show, but sometimes that love is tough.
Yes.
Now, Shay, can a woman save lives? Let me make it more specific. Can a woman learn how to shoot a gun?
Yes.
Can she save a man's life?
Yes.
She can do that, can't she? Okay, that's all I want to know. Can she do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I
So,
agree.
okay. Now, let's get down to, should this definition of hate crime, you've said part of what I wanted to hear, but should it be more comprehensive? Should it bring in slavery, Jim Crow, lynching, and this whole hatred? He pointed out something, that black people are really different. We're really different. This is not what we're looking for. But, Shay, you said we have the capacity to develop our brain power. Talut, do human beings have the capacity to change who and what they are and address their issues that need to be addressed? I'm talking about in a profound, effective manner and get the message across that here's where we draw the line.
Yeah.
We draw the line right here.
A human being can change immediately.
Yes.
The time is not of the, it's just immediately when you decide you're going to do something differently, it's done. It's a done deal. Okay? So there's no wait time and there's no schedule or no process and nothing. The moment the mind says it's going to be whatever it is, that's what it is.
Yes.
That's the power of the human being. You know, I'm going to relate something to you. Back in the 70s, I was on guard duty at Masjid al-Mu'minun. Originally 55. Originally. This one was originally 55. And we changed the name later.
Okay.
But I was on guard duty one day, and a guy did come in the masjid with a gun while I was on duty. Okay? And we have this process of search. It's a process.
Yes.
Okay? When I felt the gun, I would not allow any distance between he and I.
Okay.
That's part of the training.
Okay.
You got to stay with me now.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Right.
Okay? And
you all have an agreement.
right. It's an eye-to-eye agreement
right.
between the man and power.
Right, okay.
You can't go anywhere.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? And he was saying, I said, why do you have this gun, brother? He said, I don't know, brother. I just wanted to come here to teach you something. I said, look, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the gun out of your waist. Okay? And I'm going to unload it, and then you can go inside.
Okay.
Okay, and that's exactly what transpired. But there was no distance between us.
Right.
Okay, he couldn't get his hand on that gun because I had it.
Right.
And I'm security.
Okay.
And my life is for that community's life.
Right.
Okay? So if he had gone for the gun, one of us would have had to die that day.
Okay.
Ready, willing, and able was I.
Right.
Okay, so I took the gun from him and dismantled it and put it in the office, and he got it when he left.
Do we have a call on the line? there?
Brother Booker, you know we had a talk yesterday.
Yes, sir. Brother, hey, thank you for calling, Brother Booker Omar. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And we talked yesterday. Talut El-Amin is here. You all know each other. And Omar, we've been talking and sharing and reading books for the last 40 years. Is that right, Brother Omar Booker?
Well, you know, you're so right, brother.
Yes. And you raised the question yesterday.
This nation was built on violence.
Yes, you raised the question yesterday.
He spread blood of other people all over the world. Speaking of the Caucasian, he has spread blood, lied, cheat, stolen. I'm just wondering what would have happened if a black person had to come up there. I bet they would took care of him.
Yes.
Somehow people saw all about white supremacy. Like the devil was in that church a few days ago. But they always, you know, they in all about white supremacy. I will tell you about a little line I read in African history where in slavery, a house slave kicked on a plantation and a little girl, slave master's daughter, 8 or 9 years old, brought him back, grabbed him by the hand, made him go back to the plantation.
You were telling me that yesterday.
We talked about that yesterday.
Right.
We did our research just talking, you know.
Just talking, right. And you also asked me why we were talking about that clip there. There was a clip, Talut and Shay. Black men, grown black men, big grown black men, bigger than me, maybe even stronger than me, but perhaps not as brave as I am. Falling into the arms of other black men. Like you said, boo-hooing and crying. And you know how a man holds a woman? Have you seen that?
On Fox, everybody's love. I mean, all the candidate types, you know, ain't nothing but hypocrites, you know, ain't nothing but liars. But they're speaking of love and healing. You know, I just,
yeah.
It's other emotions besides just love and healing.
Yeah.
Like I said, if a black man's been up there, they took care of him, that dude low 4 or 5 times, man.
Yes, that's right. Well, look, Omar, that speaks volumes right there. That speaks volume. And you, Omar, you saw the clip. Omar, you saw the clip where, you know how a woman may fall to a man in his arms, and he's holding her below the waist with one arm, and he's sort of holding it like this. You know, I mean, I sound like I have experience in this thing with women, but this is the way men will fall into other men, black men, other men. And I'm looking at this, and somebody questioned me about why I just didn't like it. You know, just to me it was weak. So then they flash to another black. And look, we have to wonder about these images that are being flashed by white supremacist media. So there's another black man boo-hooing. You've heard of crocodile tears, right? These were elephant tears, gorilla tears that he was shedding. So I'm looking at that, and as I see it, it's questionable. Do we have another? We've got 2 minutes. Is there another caller?
No, sir.
Okay. Shay, Talut, 30 seconds apiece. I'm going to close out.
Okay. We talked about love earlier.
Yes.
To love anyone, you have to love yourself first. Self-love. Self-love is preservation. So if you love yourself, right, there's certain things that you won't allow to happen to yourself and in your community. So we have to not only love, it's okay to love, we have to love ourselves. And once we love ourselves, we love our communities and we make those changes. But you can't just do this idealized, romanticized type of love. You have to self-preserve, and that's what we have to do. You can't just romanticize this whole thing. This is real.
Right. You said something profound.
Thank
You went from the unreal to the real. Because that's what we do here.
Right.
We discuss everything from the sublime to the ridiculous. We make the sublime clear. We make the ridiculous make sense right here on the Love Power Show. So she said, get away from this idealized, romanticized idea about love. That's what Miss Shay said today. We thank you for being here. Come back again, and we'll look into the other project, Talut, and then, yes, come back anytime. Give us 30 seconds of your profound wisdom.
The reality of it all is that we're in the 21st century, and we've gone through our civil rights movement, we've gone through our equal rights movement, and women's rights, and we've gotten through all these rights, but we're still dying like flies at the hands of the Caucasian people. And we don't want to address that. we just really want to keep dying. See, what we do is this, and I was psychic. All we want to happen is for the white man to go ahead on and kill as many of us as he wants. So we can go ahead on. Yeah, we can get beyond that, and we can go on and on.
We're out of time. We're getting the rap sound from the technician. Call us a ran because that's a rap. Next week we're going to be talking about why we're in the condition that we're in. We're going to go all the way back and break it down and come back to the 2015, and then we're going to go into the future, and that's a wrap. Thank you for listening. Little love power, please. I love that song. I love that song.